Welcome back, everybody. Zero here with another solo flawless master lost sector, only with a twist today. I'll be taking in my Guardian at 1806 overall light level. So we will be using my normal setup with the Shackle Grenade, the Thread of Generation and Thread of Continuity, Wither Horde, Funnel Web, Commemoration. We've got Overload SMG, and of course we also have Barrier on Void Weapons when they're volatile. Double Solar Resist and a Void Resist. With that said, let's go ahead and launch Master at 1806 light level. So starting out, we're going to have this one Vex playing a arcade game. These yellow bars can be found throughout the Lost Sector, and we can actually use them for potential heavy ammo. If you are in need of heavy ammo and you have the artifact mod on to be able to potentially get heavy ammo from yellow bars while using a void weapon. So right where I shot the Wither Horde, there are going to be goblins that spawn up that way. There they were. And we're going to use this safe area here to keep ourselves safe. We're also going to use this to perch up on top to shackle the hobgoblin and make sure that we are able to take him down. The Hydra will come in. We're just going to continue to use our Wither Horde to clear out all of these red bars, including the Hydra. Any goblins that come down to the bottom floor will walk up this stairwell to you, so you can just kind of watch them and funnel web them down. The funnel web here, we'll have 4 fanatics off to the left. Clear them. Here's another yellow bar in here that you can use to potentially farm for heavy ammo. Otherwise, he won't do anything. He'll just keep playing his arcade game. We're going to go ahead and clear this hallway here. We have some goblins that will walk up. If the Overload sees you, he will start walking up, but otherwise you can catch him lacking back here. We're going to shackle him up. Now, against these overloads, we are going to specifically only use our funnel web. We're going to shackle, Wither Horde, and funnel web on these overloads because when we're dealing out less damage, we don't want to risk the fact that pulling out the Commemoration, the Overload has a chance to start regenning their health. So we just want to make sure, excuse that terrible Wither Horde bounce there. We do want to make sure that we are applying Overload to the Overloads at all times. So we're only going to be using Funnel Web against the Overloads in here. We're going to use this area to just bait the goblins down to us. And we're going to use the Wither Horde and the Funnel Web to work them. And then we're going to leave the Minotaur and the Barrier Hobgoblin for the end. Shackle them up. Now against the barriers, we will be using our Commemoration. And then we're going to deal with this Hobgoblin in here. If you do have volatile rounds, it's good to have your Commemoration or your Retrofit out and ready to deal with the Hobgoblin. Because at a lower light, you're dealing out less damage, and they will have the chance to pop their barrier. So as we're in this room, we are going to shackle this middle area. And this is where our funnel web and shackle are going to do all of our work. We are going to just continue to funnel web the Overload. And any goblins that are still walking around, make sure we're getting our shackle back. And then immediately throwing that to shackle all the enemies in this area and continuing to use that funnel web on them. As you can see, we're able to maintain the overloads. Occasionally, those two overloads can be right on top of each other. If that happens, just make sure that when you shackle, you are funnel webbing one of the overloads. Focus one and keep the shackle going. We want to make sure we don't allow those overloads to heal. As we enter into this room, we're going to full send to the left. We're going to full send all the way to the back. We're going to shackle up these two enemies and immediately turn for that barrier that, or the hobgoblin that's standing on top. As you saw, I did run over and grab that orb just so I could deal with if he popped his barrier. Now, jumping over the little wall here, we threw that Wither Horde on the Cyclops, and we are just going to stay safe. Once that Cyclops is done, we are going to maintain in this area. This is going to be our safe area in which we are going to handle the boss. And as you can see, I'm going to just bunny hop over, throw a Wither Horde on. We can see the damage ticks. And this is how we're going to handle the boss. Nothing will bother us here except for the harpies. And we need to make sure that we are paying attention to any time that the harpies are flying around our platform, especially at a lower light level. They will kill extremely fast. This is also why I have double solar resist on the chest piece. As you can see, occasionally the void splash damage may deal some damage out. However, the bigger concern is going to be the harpies here. So as they come up, I'm going to work their health bars down with the commemoration so I can get them down quickly and not risk them potentially multi-shotting me and killing me off of my flawless run. So again, we're watching these ticks on the boss. As the ticks disappear, I will reapply the Wither Horde. And here we see the harpies coming back. I'm going to start putting damage on them. Again, these are the most critical thing to you making sure that you continue this flawlessly. Now we can see that my heavy is getting low. There goes the boss. I'm going to immediately focus the barrier on the bottom right here. There's a barrier in the middle, but they cannot see me, so I'm going to stay here, deal with that barrier, and there's the barrier I was talking about. However, I don't have a shackle. I am going to pick up the laser pointer, kill the laser pointer across the room, and as you can see, even this does not do a lot of damage as I'm 1806. I do need to get more heavy. I know I need a shackle, but I also know that I need heavy in order to deal with this barrier. I did not manage my heavy ammo very well, so I'm going to move to the opposite side where there are some enemies waiting. Here, I am able to use the funnel web, found myself a heavy brick, made a terrible choice in looking at those enemies. I didn't need to do that. I can just go ahead and leave. I can go to the middle now. And now we have our war with the barrier. I'm going to shackle up and then start wearing them down with the commemoration. This is going to generate my shackle back. Soon as I can, I'm going to shackle them up, reload, and then end the barrier hobgoblin. Now it's time to pick up the chest, and we can just exit right through here, head back to the arcade. And that is an under-leveled solo flawless master of Thrilladrome. These are my drops today. I hope you've enjoyed the video.